Hey yo, I'ma let some brothers know a little something. Listen, bro, you gotta be smart about the way you do shit. Okay? It's 2026 now. If you ain't awake, you're a dumbass cat. It's gonna take time for you to wake up, right? Now listen here, bro. Besides the initiatives and everything that I do, I've got a creed I live by. You know what I'm saying? And that's a value creed. You know what I'm saying? And that creed is that you gotta be structured in your life. In order to attain what you want, firstly you gotta create a structure that is workable. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta wake niggas up to this. Look, I'm glad we're able to formulate a business industrialization structure that works. I'm talking about if I look at Boysons today, there's so many shops that have risen up within the last 8 months. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I kind of feel like this is the way forward. This is the way forward. A lot of people are getting opportunities. Some people are getting jobs. Times are not the same. I mean, months are going, time is going, but if you provide what people will eat it. Okay? It's just food. Sometimes, it's a risky market because expires and all that shit. But besides that, like, it's a serving market. Like, that, if you got food, for sure someone's gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? So it's that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So it pushes you to want to wake up and do something, like go out there and sell. You know what I'm saying? Do the arrangement of things to get you done, because if you don't do the arrangement, then things don't get done. You know what I'm saying? So it's that kind of thing. Now you gotta understand, you gotta wake up and do stuff, and if you want stuff to work. Now for me, what made me, like, this was 2018 when Voice of the People was born, right? What made me think of this concept was because I wanted to do like a documentary series, alright? But at the same time, I felt like I wanted to have I wanted to stick, because I had shot dramas before that, so I felt like, I want to stick to the documentary stuff that I studied, you know what I'm saying, so that I can kind of like grow in that genre. So I've acted in dramas. I've acted in my own films. Semi-dramatic character. Comedies and things like that. You know what I mean? And I feel like what builds your character is practicing. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people out here are like, they're not willing to listen. Even if they are willing to listen, they want to listen with the shit that they want to wipe you off, just pass on by, because you irritate them. But what you gotta understand is that you gotta get the work into the stable, get it going, in order for you to start, seeing results out of the shit. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to be pushing somewhere where people are not like interested. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to have that. So people sell clothes because people wear clothes. You know what I mean? People sell clothes because people wear clothes. If everybody was walking around naked, then there'll be no reason for people to sell clothes. You understand me? So that's the thing about business. So and there are trades that we've slightly tried to, recycling has to have a professional method, a professional methodology, because basically everything you're recycling is something that was used, something that is actually, So talk about, let's say, cool baked beans, for example, right? If cool baked beans was to collect all the tins again and reuse them, that'd be smart. If Coca-Cola was to collect their cans again and reuse them, that's smart. You know what I mean? I don't know the process of the steel. Is the steel melted again and refurnished or whatever? I don't know. But you understand? And so within society, there is jobs. It's just you gotta figure out a way that, gets everybody to be involved. Because if I've got a company, my company will have to employ people. right? If I open up companies, those companies will employ people, because basically, if I'm fixing roads, then the money that goes to fix roads will go towards salaries, towards organizing the material to fix the roads. You understand? Towards the transport of the people, towards, you understand, the logistical matters and all of that shit. You understand? Understand? And so I'm very kind of like I'm not numb to it, but I'm aware. I'm aware that money is being used, and as much as is I mean, at the time it was 3 trillion, right? And we are 7 trillion this year. So for me, I take 25% in division for this year, because I'll always have money in fiscus. I'm king. I own the land, so you gotta know this. And so I'm not really that worried that much about your politics and all that bullshit until you realize that my state is working for you. Then I want you to learn to appreciate. You know what I mean? Learn to appreciate instead of trying to find ways to fight this shit. Because now what you are doing is you are basically disturbing. You see? Because now this is the thing. We're in the state of the GNU right now, which is a united front, which we didn't actually have the kind of thing before. You know what I'm saying? But now that we have it, it's something that everybody actually, when we started it was my advice from the beginning. Okay, you can say whatever, but it was my advice. Yes, it was. But from the beginning of it, like we sort of integrated into a space that is way different to what we were before. You know what I mean? And that being, like, I kind of feel like, maybe there's a similar thing we need to do with religion in some kind of way, because we are all serving one God, but now the way it's done, because okay, fine, it's sensitive issue. The spiritual issue is a sensitive issue, because now you can't serve Jehovah in the same house as Baal. That's like, you can't do that. But now I want to have a refinance of religion, you know what I mean, where people get to understand, which, okay, fine, the Jewish scriptures, the Hindu scriptures, the Muslim scriptures, the Islamic scriptures, and the Christian scriptures. What is the difference? I want you guys to look at the whole thing. You know what I mean? Be able to analyze for yourself. Because now, most things I'll come to realize, mostly in religion, they're hearsays. You understand? You understand? And so we need to not to have a way of gratifying the situation, but by simply putting the scriptures out there for people to read. You understand? Because that's the only way we can be able to, uncover truthfully what is it that, is different within the religions. Anyway, it's your boy, Tobelani Seasoning.